So now you can hear my microphone. And now you should be able to hear my audio. Better? Can you hear music? No music? Not yet? That's weird. It's like, it's playing the music on my end. I had to update my computer, and it fucked with, like, all of my settings. Maybe I need to, like, turn it off and then back on again. You hear things now? Okay, cool. We got music. Let's see. Oof, okay. This is very frustrating. I hate it when this happens. But, yeah, so I had to, like, restart my computer. And let me see if this... Are we getting sound for this? That was an old one. That was you from, like, a week ago, Shannon. Did that, like, play the music? Could you guys hear that? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so I think that's everything. Anyway, like, I had to update my computer yesterday. It had to install, like, a new version of Windows, which was basically just, hey, we're not doing Internet Explorer anymore. Here's Edge. And I'm like, but fuck you, I don't want that. And it removed my desktop background, and speaking of resubs, Lisette for 39 months! Oh my goodness, explosions in the chat if you guys got them. Thank you so much. And Dave for 39 months too. Thank you so much. More explosions. Explosions everywhere. I deem it a thing to be happening. Explosions. But yeah, anyway, I had to update the computer. It removed my desktop background. It removed my lock screen background. It, like, turned all of my sound off in my browsers and everything else, and it was a massive pain in the ass, and I'm very mad about it, but I think it's mostly fixed now. Mostly. We'll see. So I'm gonna corner mode it. We are going back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Because I'm very excited for it. Ow! I still have to do, I don't know how long I'm gonna, because I still need to do my Animal Crossing chores. I finished editing for tomorrow. Tomorrow's video, as a sneaky sneak preview, is going to be about, where to get cheap glasses online. Throat infection, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. So I finished all of my editing, which is like, yay. Okay, cup smells good. I can use it. What is going on? Oh, Steam needs to update. Thanks, Steam. I legitimately cannot believe I have been streaming for over 3 years. Well, I guess I've been streaming for 4 years, but I've been an affiliate for over 3. That's wild, you guys. I'm very annoyed. Do a virtual doctor's office. Ooh, how'd that go? Lars and I have been moving since we haven't taken a trip in a couple of days. Ah. I've been working from home. I'm gonna try to open Steam again, because it's being a real little bitch. Arcade? No, not Arcade Sphere. It's the other one. Phoenix Wright. I guess it's like for some, like, 10 years I've had a fever. Ugh. Are you having, like, aside from your sore throat, are you having, like, breathing problems or like, chest congestion? Because that is worrisome. Also, are they asking for a corona test? Okay, well, that's a good sign, then. No coughing. Okay. What is wrong? No coughing, no congestion. Good. Alright, hang on. I need to fucking figure out why the hell goddamn... I need to, like, close out of Steam. Steam, I know you're open somewhere. Oh, you're, like, open in a million places. Jesus! End task. No congestion, just hurts to swallow. Okay, so that's all the Steam things closed. Maybe now I can open it up? Updating Steam. That's what it needed to do. Pain in the ass. Well, I hope it passes soon. You know, because that's never fun. I was in a lot of pain yesterday. I had like a really nasty stomach ache. And I ended up having to go to my in-laws for my husband, an early birthday for Michael, because we're going away now. You ever just had a song and you stuck on it and only listen to that and that song alone for 3 days? Yes, I've absolutely done that. Load selected save data. Where did we leave off? October 19th, 3:27 p.m. Okay, so we're at the law offices. Also, you gotta tell me what the song is, because that's just how that works. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Huh? Oh, Maya's back! Maya! So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Alright, Shan, send them my love. Especially Bishop. I haven't talked to Bishop in months. I was talking to Allie before, though, so that's all good. Just stuck in my head for 3 weeks in a row with only a 20-minute break of another song in my head during those 3 weeks. Holy shit! That is, we're on the third case, the Silver Samurai. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Friends AJR released a new lead single, and it's good. I've never heard them before. I've heard of them, I haven't actually heard them. Wow, good going, Nick! Still Samurai. Yes, you're right. Sorry. If it's not in front of me, I don't see it. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. That's not how the law works! That's not how lawyers work! So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Alright. Let's talk... I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know much about that either, so it's all new to me. That's what we have to find out. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. It's a weird American legal system combo and it's funny. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Oh no! Cake by the Ocean by Dunce. 3 weeks? That is misery. That is pure misery. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. I'm so glad I decided to talk to Maya, because this is totally a refresher of the past, like, week that I took off from this game. What? Was Maya always this excitable? It's out of my head that I'm walking to a corner store just playing on the radio. No! Once I stuck in my head was a strong period of like 2 months where I only listened to that song and it's still my most listened to song on Spotify because of it. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to Whip? Oh, we should. Will Powers. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to the detention center. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, Thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have been really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, look, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what we can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Let's talk. Yeah. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees and she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? No, nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. That sounds like... Do you guys remember that episode of, like, the Pokemon anime where there's, like, the two factions and there's, like, the Scyther and the Electabuzz, and all three of them come into town with fake names, and they're like Tom, Ado, Caesar Salad. Yes! Yes, exactly, Lisette! Tom Anchovy! That's what it was! That's just not what reminds me of. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Hey! Alright, Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. And I'm Caesar Salad! Yes! Thank you! Oh. That was like such a good episode. I wonder if, because I know you can do like Twitch watch parties, I wonder if they've got like the old Pokemon anime on there. We could watch some like old Pokemon together. That'd be fucking fun. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. Actually, you know what I need right now? I need that fucking pillow. I'll turn my frying pan into a drying pan! How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer! He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Interesting! Interesting. Let's go to the main gate. See what they got there. Oh, great. Miss Oldbag. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. Alright. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to do. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Oh, ew. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense. Does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal powers and costumes so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay. Well, let's move past you to the employee area, eh? Alright. Ooh, what kind of bagel? I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. GamePress played this a while back and they want to find a joke with old back for so long their editor turned it into a remixed song. Playing with butter? Nice. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No touching! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack! I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal, traces thereof. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Shit, really? Looks like it. Steak plate has been added to the court record. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Ooh, you know what it's time for? It is time for Tums. Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Yep, Gumshoe's here. Feels kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How's Edgeworth doing anyway? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups? Bottles? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right! Sleeping pill bottle added to the court record. Oh! Hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess Will won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But Will's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! Alright, let's talk. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too! What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh, I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Last episode. What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Hey, Mal! Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? Me! I want the tea! Give me all the tea! I don't have real tea. I have, pink drink, which is strawberry melon and delicious, but it's close to tea. I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Studio policy. Why aren't they making kids shows anymore? Studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay, I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. I roll up and the first thing I see is a downstairs employee sunbathing in the second open parking space with nothing underneath, just flat out laid out in the parking spot. What? No, that can't be true. The program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something! Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh, the scrapbook, of course. Take that! And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Go in, walk into the sales office. Nothing has changed. More than half the girls are back working. The office hour layout change. No layout changes. No masks. What? You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mrs. Hammer? I handed my letter and go into the art office to pick up a few things. Haven't cleaned out the whole desk yet, and all that's been done to prepare the art office is each desk has been given a single bottle of hand sanitizer. Jesus. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? I definitely think you did the right thing. Yes. Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. Okay, I gotta put... It's time for air conditioning. It's hot in here now. And my back cannot decide what is good and what is bad. They were afraid to ask about what is... They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. The two customers almost got into a fight over masks. Oh, wonderful. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright, let's go back and see if we can find Ms. Oldbag. No, I didn't want to go there, damn it. The other one. What, you're still slinking around? You like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? Des, hello! No, Windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? Alright, 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols! Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant we talked to. Right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. Suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Yeah. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. I mean, the plate. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Hmm? Ha! I bet Powers put it in there himself. Even a lightweight like him must have trouble sleeping sometimes. Except I have proof that Mr. Hammer put the pills in. This bottle contains sleeping pills. Mr. Hammer's fingerprints were found on the bottle. Huh? I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. Huh? A photograph. Wait a second. This is the picture. This is the picture. Oh, much love, Ez. Thank you for the 29 months. You take care and you feel better, okay, friend? Is this the trailer from Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy at the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? That was a long time ago. I don't much feel like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Let's take a trip on over to Studio 2, shall we? Outside Studio 1. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the steel samurai costume. He left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Outside Studio 2. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O! Oh god, I'm not even saying that out loud. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Okay, you know what? We are going to have to bust out the big guns then. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well, old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Old Bag, Nick. Type of pipe is associated with the Yakuza? Right. Anyway. Ms. Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Oh, yeah, look at... I didn't notice that before, but look at the fence. Let's go in the trailer, I guess. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. I think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammer's, you see. She jumped on that reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys! Oh, hello. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? Swives, thank you for 32 months. I love you. Explosions in the chat if you guys have them. What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Well, that's interesting. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe, thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Oh, Des for 10 months. Thank you so much. More explosions. Explosions everywhere if you have them. Explosions for everybody. Maya is, I want to say she's in her, like, late teens, early 20s. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just, I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Oh. Okay, I got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. She's 18 in the American localization. Okay, thank you. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting closer to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. Let us continue. But first, let's save. Final day. Trial. Fun fact, Maya is a year older than me. Baby. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope that both prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. I can't ever tell what side of the room these fuckers are. I can't either. I think it's like backwards. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. I like the prosecutors in all the games, but Edgeworth is the best. Yes, I only really know Edgeworth so far. Alright, so we got... Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Ugh. Very well, Ms. Vasquez. There's one prosecutor that I like on the same level as Noe Phyllis class Ed Boy in my book. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's like attorney 5 until you meet. Ugh, yeah, you're gonna have to wait until that comes to, like, PC. Which sucks. Well, I guess that one is on regular DS, not 3DS. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. There's only 4 on regular DS. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. I've only played the original. My husband's playing the 4th game right now. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be rehearsals afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Dual Destinies is 3DS, sadly. Damn it! So I'm gonna have to wait for either a Switch release or a Steam release. Only Apollo Justice is normal DS? Balls. Okay. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Van added to the court record. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. I'm not biased at all in the fact that Apollo Justice is one of my favorite characters of all time, let alone an Ace Attorney. Oh, okay. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had to help take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. No bones about it. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Ms. Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Photo from 5 years ago. What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Break in the shaft has been mended with duct tape. Take that! I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning's action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Ugh. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then what, pray tell, was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yes! I'm going to give you the picture! Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. If I cannot have order, this trial would be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? Every time I have read that sentence, it's always in a Nickelback voice. My life has been ruined. This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago? Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off this? Alright, Kay, that's alright. I'm gonna wrap up the case and then probably call it a night anyway. Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright? Please show us how she carried the body. Oh! The van! Take that! Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright? Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of that steel samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez? Shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? What? So what happens next? Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. What? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right? But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. Ugh, what do I do now? Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before, the truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Huh? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor! I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, Indeed, verily I say, ergo! I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick. Why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth? We're finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Alright. Someone will back security and found the body. The system was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. Asked to be left out of the proceedings. Went back to the trailer to get my script and direction. Why would you do that? The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh, yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think! Ms. Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change your testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and I couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. I have to find something to peg this honor here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. Believe in you, Nick. Alright. Alright. What about this one? You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez. You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. And when is he doing this? Well... Oh, come on, I didn't even clap! Ow. It would have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, You met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer that had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Okay, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Yes, I have the picture. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Miss D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright? Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. She didn't have one. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him over the years. Oh. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah! Miss Vasquez! What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No! No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Manuel! Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez! No! Please, please don't die. Please. Oh. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Wow. Mr. Edgeworth? Where's Steve Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. Yay! Look at all the confetti! Yay! That is all. This court is adjourned. Wow. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. Ever since it's been pointed out to me, I can't help but look at Edward's ass whenever it goes to the pan out screen. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to look for that the next time. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder? It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... Yep, that's what I was gonna do, the scrapbook. Take that! It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kids' show, and was the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so we hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. But I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, Will! Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not! Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! Say something, Wright. I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. And, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar! Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary... feelings! Feelings! Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Your Honor, I'm gonna present some gay to the court, and it's Edgeworth. Right here, man. This guy, super fucking gay. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if! They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Plot. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Oh god! Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant! Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that Will gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end. Woo! Okay, so that is... Aha. Brand new episode has been added. Save progress. Next game is long in preparation. It's take maybe 4 or so stream days. Okay. That is good to know. I am eagerly excited for that one. Let me go full screen again. Because I am going to call it here. Maybe even more. I guess it depends on how long I stream for. Like, if I'm only streaming for like an hour, hour and a half, it'll probably take longer, I'm guessing. Case 4 is so worth it. Okay. It's without a doubt one of my favorite cases. Top 3 in the series. Ooh, okay. On that note... I'll give you this. Oh no, Des, that's fine. It's okay. The VOD exists if you ever want to go back and watch that. And we'll catch you up next time anyway. It's no big deal. It's always just nice to see friends. You know how that is. Oh. Hang on, I'm waiting for Ryan's information. My top 3 cases in the series are 1-4, 3-5, and 5-5. Oh, wow. Okay, so this one is that good? Well, okay. I will be prepared then. Now, I will say, I am vaguely familiar with this case. I do know a little bit about it. I did watch my husband play it over his shoulder, so it's not going to be a big surprise. But... I'm excited. I'm very, very excited to play this one through on stream, and I hope everybody's here to see it. Now, I did get notice the threads about this case and the other cases. Ooh, my boy Officer Dan is streaming. He's playing some Yakuza 0, which, as we know, is an incredible fucking game. So we're going to go hang out with Dan. I'm going to send you guys over there. I will be back on Thursday. I will not be around on Saturday. Giving you guys a heads up, I'm going to be on like a mini weekend vacation. I'm going down the shore with my parents. Like down the shore, I guess. But we're going to go say hi to Dan. And see what's going on, alright? Take care, everybody. Be well, stay safe, and I'll see you on Thursday. Later.